What's going on, everybody? It's Joe from the Acceptable Casualties here to take a look at the last bit of terrain that we ended up purchasing from Novus Design Studio. So look in front of you right now, you guys got the destroyed fountain and some assorted chimney ruins. So this is just some kind of like personality pieces that I kind of wanted to pick up and use for some flexibility as far as when we're setting up the table. So for these right here, as you guys can see, this is going to be a destroyed fountain right here. Lots of good detail on here, blown up, lots of flat surfaces too as far as placing models down and using this. Really, I think just to be like almost a dry brush job and maybe pick out some of the small details, but I think this one's going to paint up really nice, as you guys can see, and kind of get a feel for it. This is what we're looking at right here. I'll throw a model on there too. So you can see that's a 15mm model, so there's definitely some scale to this thing as far as what we're looking at. I think, yeah, you're looking at roughly another 5x5 or 5x4.5 piece for this one. Would work great in the middle of like some kind of town square, or you know, maybe like some kind of high-end estate that you might find somewhere, and they have like this large fountain and a roundabout out in front of the building. Like this kind of stuff would work perfect for that. Like I said, it's really nice. You got some hard cover there. It would be a nice piece for some battle damage or a blown out estate, or like I said, like the middle of like a city kind of fountain kind of feel. So a really cool piece right here. For the damaged fountain. They also have a regular one that you can be like an undamaged one that's on the site as well. So you know, if you want to pick up one or the other, maybe pick up both, you know, it's up to you guys. So over here is the chimney set. This is the 4 chimney set that you can pick up. It's the assorted ruins. I think it's like $9 for this one. They also have one large factory one that you can get as well. I think it's roughly the same cost, maybe a little cheaper. I can't remember if it's a little cheaper or a little more expensive, but it's a much hardier chimney, more of like a factory chimney kind of feel. This is more feels like a residential kind of thing. So you get 4 of these, 4 different sizes. What I was thinking with these was I was just gonna maybe put together a couple of just like flat MDF bases, do some kind of rubble finish on the ground, and then you know, just have these to be able to kind of place in there, so you know, you can get just another piece of terrain on the table. It would look like a blown out building, blown out small factory or warehouse, something along those lines, and just be able to put down another piece of easy cheap terrain without having to invest a lot of money and a lot of time as far as painting it up and doing everything with it. This would definitely give you also some more open ground on the table by doing just a flat rubble MDF base and then add in like a chimney on it to kind of give it that appeal of a blown out building, the kind of the look of that, but still give you some open ground in a city fight, which you kind of do need. You don't want to have everybody fighting room to room. I think if you do like a full city, it's kind of nice to have a couple little patches of open ground in here, and these chimney stacks really give you the flexibility to do that. And as long as you don't attach them to the MDF base that I'm planning to do, like you can do multiple ones on there, like I said, or you just do one and build 4 of them and give yourself a lot of open ground on the table. As far as cleanup goes on these really don't have a lot of flashing or any kind of cleanup on them at all. These molds that I ended up getting, I don't know if this is what it usually comes out as, but they are like really clean. Not a lot of cleanup. They sit really flat too, so you don't have to worry about any kind of things like that. Like there's a little bit of flashing down here, but that's just along the base. But as far as the model goes itself, lots of good details going through here. It's all brick. Like I said, you got the rubble bases down here, and this is the big one right up here. So like, as you guys can see, like they're really nice. And like I said, for $9, if you look at it like it's a $9 investment for you to pick up this, it's $9 and a little bit of work on your end, not with this, but with building those bases, the footprints for the chimneys. Like I said, you just put yourself out there with 4, you know, decent sized pieces of terrain that you can use for a city fight, or even if you want to use out on the you know, even on the western front in Europe, you can put that out there too, as far as like just blown out buildings out in the countryside. Like it will work for that as well. So a lot of flexibility with the chimney kit. They also have one for the industrial, but I didn't end up picking that one up. And then like I said, the fountain here, and I think there's also I think you can buy it painted actually. They have a fully painted fountain version as well, so you just pick that up right out of the bag, and it's not a damaged one. It's a, you know, one that has like water effects and things in it, but it's there for you to purchase if you want to get that. This one, obviously, you're gonna have to paint up yourself, but man, once you hit this thing with primer and you just dry brush it with some gray, you'd be ready to war game with this thing. I mean, you can go in there and pick out some more details if you want to, but that seems like these are gonna paint up fairly easily and fairly quickly. And just like the disclaimer, I've said on all the videos before, but just to kind of put that out there for, some of these, it might be like your first video is if you're looking at this piece specifically, you do have to wash these before you paint them or hit them with primer. So, it's warm to hot water. You add a little bit of soap in there if you guys want to. Hit it with a toothbrush or a washcloth, kind of scrub it down, be pretty thorough with it, then let it sit for 24 hours to kind of wash all that mold release off, and then you can hit it with your primer and it'll work fine. If you don't do that, it's just going to run and it's not going to stick because it's not going to adhere to the mold release unless you take it off. So this is going to be the end of this portion of the Stalingrad build. This is the end of the stuff that I bought right here. So the plan is to get all of this stuff painted up and then get it on the table. And then once that's done, start adding some more odds and ends till I can get roughly, I wouldn't mind getting 4x4 of dense buildings and streets and city fighting, so we can really start doing some proper Stalingrad, Sevastopol, Odessa, even maybe mix in a little bit of Berlin if I can get some other pieces together and kind of put this city fight together, because that's what I'm really looking forward to doing on the Eastern Front. I think that'd be some really fun war game, and just for us on our end, as well as the videos and stuff like that, some of the battle reports that you guys can watch on your end. So like I said, this is the end of the Stalingrad build right now. This is going to be the destroyed fountain, the assorted chimney ruins. If there's any stuff that you guys maybe want to see me pick up when I go back out and buy some more stuff from Novus Design, let me know, and I'll make a note of it. And if it matches what we're doing and what we're trying to visualize as far as the project go, I'll pick it up and I'll bring it in here, and we'll do another set of reviews coming through, and we'll just kind of take it from there. So like I said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.